Welcome to School Page Video Teacher. Tenth CBSE Physics, Chapter Reflection and Refraction of Light. After watching this video, you will be able to understand how are different types of images formed by concave mirror. Let us understand the formation of different types of images formed by concave mirror by a ray diagram. This is a concave mirror whose reflecting surface is curved inwards. So this is the non-reflecting side of a concave mirror. Let us draw a principal axis. This is the pole, this is the focus, and this is the center of curvature for a concave mirror. Let us now place the object at different positions in front of the concave mirror and find out whether the image formed are real or virtual, whether they are enlarged, diminished, or have same size. For example, if this is a concave surface of a shining steel spoon, this is a reflecting surface for a concave shining steel spoon. So what is the nature of the image formed if a person is standing in front of the concave surface of the spoon? So let's look at the picture here. This is the image of the lady formed in a concave surface of the shining steel spoon. So the image formed here is a real and inverted image. Formation of image depends on the position of object in front of the mirror. Let's find out where the image of the object is formed when the object is placed at infinity. So in the first case, let's see when an object is placed at infinity. In the second case, when an object is placed beyond the center of curvature. In the third case, when object is at center of curvature. In the fourth case, when the object is placed between center of curvature and focus. In the fifth case, when the object is placed at focus. In the sixth case, when the object is placed between pole and focus. So the first case will come somewhere here at infinity. Beyond C will be here. Second case. Third case at C is here. Fourth case is between center of curvature and the focus will be here. Fifth case is at focus. And the sixth case is between pole and the principal focus. Let us consider all these cases one by one and understand the position, nature, and size of the image formed by the different position of the object. By now, you should have understood the rules for obtaining images formed by concave mirrors. Using these rules, let's understand the first case when the object is placed at infinity. Object placed at infinity means that the object is placed at very far distance from the mirror. We know that this object is giving out light in all directions. Let's pick two rays of light coming out from this object and getting incident on the mirror. These are the incident rays which are parallel to principal axis. We know that when the reflected rays converge, image will be formed. These are the reflected rays. They are meeting at a point at focus. So here the image of the object will be formed, which is very small, that is highly diminished image will be formed here. We have understood when the object is at infinity from a concave mirror, the position of the image formed will be at the focus. The nature of the image is real and inverted. And the size of the image formed is highly diminished. In the second case, let us understand when the object is placed beyond the center of curvature. So this is the object and these are incident rays. Just recall the rules which we had studied for obtaining images formed by concave mirror. Whenever a ray of light is parallel to the principal axis, it will pass through the focus. And whenever a ray of light passes through the center of curvature, the reflected ray will retrace its path. So these are the reflected rays. So this reflected ray is passing through the focus and this reflected ray has retraced its path. So these two rays, reflected rays, are meeting at a point between the center of curvature and focus. So the image of the object will be formed here. So when the object is placed beyond the center of curvature of a concave mirror, the position of the image formed is between center of curvature and focus. The nature of the image obtained is real and inverted. The size of the image formed is smaller than the object. So it is smaller than object. In the third case, when the object is placed at center of curvature, this is the object, these are the incident rays. We know that when a ray of light is parallel to principal axis, after reflection will pass through the focus. We also know that when a ray of light passes through the focus of a concave mirror, becomes parallel to the principal axis after reflection. So these are the reflected rays. Reflected rays are converging at this point, hence the image of the object will be formed at C. So when the object is placed at center of curvature of a concave mirror, the position of the image formed is at C. And the nature of the image formed is real and inverted. And the size of the image formed will be same as that of the object. In the fourth case, let's see when an object is placed in between center of curvature and focus. So this is an object which is placed in between center of curvature and focus. These are the incident rays. We know that a ray of light which is parallel to principal axis of a concave mirror passes through its focus after reflection from the mirror. We also know that a ray of light which is passing through the center of curvature of a concave mirror, the reflected ray retraces its path after reflection. So these are the reflected rays. You can see that this ray of light is passing through focus and this ray of light is reflected back in the same path. So these two reflected rays are converging at this point and hence the image of the object will be formed here. So this is the image of an object. So when the object is placed between the focus and center of curvature of a concave mirror, the image formed is beyond C, that is beyond center of curvature. The nature of the image is real and inverted, and the size of the image is larger than the object. In the fifth case, when the object is placed at focus. So this is the object which is placed at focus. So this case is just opposite to what we saw in the first case. In the first case, when the object was kept at infinity, the image of an object was obtained at focus. In this case, since the object is at focus, the image of this object will be obtained at infinity. These are the incident rays. On applying the rules for obtaining images formed by spherical mirrors, these are the reflected rays. Image of the object will be formed here. It will be highly magnified. When an object is placed at focus of a concave mirror, the image formed is at infinity. Nature of the image obtained is real and inverted. Size of the object will be highly magnified. So this is the sixth case where the object is placed between pole and focus. This is the object which is placed in between pole and focus. These are the incident rays. The reflected rays appear to be coming from the point behind the mirror, as you can see here. This dotted line is an imaginary line which does not actually exist but appears to exist. That means this is the image of the object, which is a virtual image. So when the object is placed between pole and focus, the image obtained is behind the mirror. Nature of the image is virtual and upright. Size of the image is larger than the object. We may conclude by saying that the nature, position and size of the image formed by the concave mirror depends on the position of the object in relation to the points pole, focus and center of curvature. The image formed is real for some positions of the object. It is found to be a virtual image for a certain other position. The image is either magnified, reduced, or has the same size depending upon the position of the object. Now let us note down the image formation by a concave mirror for different positions of the object. When the object was placed at infinity, the position of the image was at focus, size of the image was highly diminished, and nature of the image was real and inverted. And when the object was placed beyond the center of curvature, the position of the image was formed between focus and center of curvature. The size of the image was diminished. Nature of the image was real and inverted. When the object was placed at center of curvature, the position of the image formed was at center of curvature. Size of the image was the same size as that of the object, and nature of the image was real and inverted. And when the object was placed between center of curvature and focus, the position of the image was beyond center of curvature. Size of the image was enlarged than the object, and nature of the image was real and inverted. When the object was placed at focus, the position of the image formed was at infinity. Size of the image was highly enlarged, and nature of image was real and inverted. And when the object was placed between pole and focus, the position of the image was behind the mirror. Size of the image was enlarged, and nature of the image was virtual and erect. So this table gives the clear understanding about the position, size, and nature of the image when the object was placed at different positions in front of a concave mirror. After watching this video, you should have understood the formation of different types of images formed by a concave mirror. Thank you for watching. For more videos, visit our website videoteacher.schoolpage.me.